other stuff because we have some big events going on this weekend, so I won't be able to stay on really long. So, hi, Miss Pretty One. I'm going to do the reading that we need to do, and then tomorrow I'll be able to go live twice, or maybe later on tonight. But because I make custom made denim jackets, so we're in the process of making some of those, and we're getting ready for a grand opening of our beauty supply store. So I have all those things to get ready to go. So I'm swamped. So I won't keep you guys. I will jump right into it and jump off. Last night, if you're new here, my name is Coach Kenya. I'm a natural weight loss and wellness coach. I help people lose weight, keep it off, and sustain it. I lost weight over 11 years ago, over 470 plus pounds, and sustained it. So now I help people do the same thing. Welcome in. I'm in my chill clothes. I'm relaxed. I got my moo on. I got my high revelation. I got the Bible. I got my readings, and y'all. Not sure why. I'm trying to figure out how that's playing without me doing anything. Like it's never done it before. So I'm trying to figure out how it's doing that. You know what? Every time I invest in an upgrade in my software, my laptops, or something, this happens. Oh, I see. I got it. See, I'm learning. I found it. I found the problem. Okay, we're back in business. Okay, so really quick because I have somebody waiting on me. My name is Coach Kenya. Welcome in. Follow me to come back for more. I'll answer all your questions tomorrow. But tonight, we're gonna get straight into the reading. Last night, the last place that we left off. Go ahead and tap the like button and let me know you're here. But where we left off, it says, "What if we had the courage, the audacity, the faith to pray? God, break me. What if we too lived broken and poured out our lives for Christ?" So if you remember, we're on a journey of talking to God more intensely about our weight loss and wellness. We're on a journey to intensely ask God to move on our behalf in certain areas, which the NT welcome in, and that area happens to be weight loss and wellness. So being intentional about saying, "Search me," and now we're asking God to break us. Okay, so we made it all the way to chapter 2.6. Okay, and it's called Jack in the Box. I'm just going to read that first paragraph, and then we'll be back in here tomorrow to dive into it deeper on Self Care Saturday. Because back when I started our church, my mentor Gary had made me the boldest promise I never wanted to hear: God will break you. Remember, he talked about this. He said he was so confident in his prophetic statement that I never doubted him. Not only was he confident that God would eventually break me, but he was even more confident that God would use it. The breaking would make me better. It would sharpen my leadership, deepen my faith, and increase my intimacy with Jesus. And how many times have we wanted to avoid the pain of what we're experiencing because we wanted it over with? But what if where we grow, where we learn, and where we get blessed is in the midst of the pain? What if in the midst of the pain of your weight loss and wellness journey, that's where you grow? That's where the change in the mind happens. When you surrender all the way down and pull all of it out and sacrifice it all and say, "God, break everything about this whole process, this whole cycle, this whole situation away from me, remove it from me." It says, "So I started praying one of the most dangerous prayers anyone can pray. God, I trust you so much. I know that you love me, that you are always working in me. If you want to do something more in me, then do it. Mm. God, I trust you so much. I know that you love me, that you are always working in me. If you want to do something more in me, then do it. If it's too painful, then I welcome the pain. If you want to use trials to make me stronger, build my faith, make me closer to you, then use them. God, do whatever it takes to free me from my love for this world, to crucify my love of comfort. God, break me." Let me go back up again. Here we go. Check it out. Welcome in, everybody. God, I trust you so much. I know that you love me. God, I trust you so much with my weight, my wellness, my cravings, my urges, my sugar addiction, my salt addiction, my pop addiction, my carbonation addiction. I trust you so much. I know that you love me, that you always are working on my behalf when it comes to my weight loss and wellness. How you there? How are you? If you want to do something more in me, God, then do it. If it's painful, God, then I welcome the pain. If you want to use the trials and my struggles around food, obesity, and all the bondages and bondages of it to make me stronger, build my faith, make me closer to you, then use them. God, do whatever it takes to free me from my love for this world, to crucify my love of comfort. God, break me. Sometimes I write. All right. Welcome in, Queen. Welcome in, DP. Sometimes I write little messages in the book, and I'm going to read that one more time for anyone that didn't get it. God, I trust you so much. It's your prayer you're going to be praying. God, I trust you so much. I know that you love me, that you are always working on me and in me. If you want to do something more in me, then do it. If it's painful, then I welcome the pain. If you want to use trials to make me stronger, build my faith, make me closer to you, then use them. God, do whatever it takes to free me from my love for this world, to crucify my love of comfort. God, break me. And remember, yesterday we talked about what if we had the courage, the audacity, the faith to pray, God, break me. Thank you so much, beautiful. What if we actually cried out to God and said, God, if we too lived broken and poured out lives for Christ, what would that be like? And if we totally surrendered, didn't worship any other idols, any other gods, not even food, not even taste, not even flavor, not even the whole schema of it, especially when we're struggling with our weight. What if we cried out about our health, about our finances, about our children, about every single thing connected to us? What if we laid, poured out, broken, and surrendered? What could God do if we just let go so we could hold on? What could God do? What could God do? What could God do with your story if you just let go? Thank you guys so much for the love and likes. If you let go so you can hold on. What if the very things that you are holding on to right now is the very things that God has been trying to get you to let go of, but because you won't let go from fear, for due to fear and comfort, you are choosing to suffer. Okay. Because you're so afraid of lack and deprivation and poverty that you would rather stay where you are and suffer than to go to the suffering and have lack and would be without so that you can get to the more, to the abundance, to the limitless. What if you have to fully be poured out, broken out? What if me, what if I have to be fully broken out, poured out, fully surrendered, seeking no self understanding to this world, seeking no prior knowledge or experience to this world, but fully poured out, asking God, take it all away and replace it, break every anxious thought in me, no matter what it may be. Just what if I surrendered enough so that I could get free from the bondage of myself? What if it was never all those things outside of me in the first place? What if the rate I got to 592 pounds was always about what was going on inside of me? What if food was just the weaponization that I used to act out the pain that was being repeatedly lived within me? I know that's deep, right? We outside with it today. What if? That's the name of my best-selling book. What if from death to destiny? What if everything you think you know about what you think you know is only a trajectory of the painful experiences that you've had up to this point? What if everything about your life right now is based on your fear of the pain you've experienced and all you're doing is running from not experiencing it again? What if your ideology and your delusion of the life you're living actually isn't as comfortable or where you got to stay? Because sometimes it won't be the best, but it won't be the worst. And we'll tell ourselves, well, at least we got what we got. But what if that's the problem? What if accepting the substandard, at least I got what I got, is why God can't give you more because you're okay not having more? Ooh, 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 ooh. What if the lack is your comfort in the struggle? What if the reason why you can't break the bondage of deprivation is because you addicted to the struggle of trying to figure out where it's going to come from? So instead of you letting go and moving accordingly, you hold on and drag your way in and out of circumstances. But maybe if you let go, then God could make a way where you don't got to drag nothing. Mm. What if in our pursuit to grow, God senses the desperation is only so that we could have more income for more things that don't grow him or his kingdom, or you for that matter? Mm. Deep thoughts, deep thoughts, deep thoughts, deep thoughts, deep thoughts, deep thoughts. But these are real things to consider. Because if you found your whole life struggling with money, worried about money, it leaves, it comes, it never stays, you're always struggling, trying to figure out the net. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's that God knows you're going to try to figure it out, so maybe he don't need to. Maybe you've sent out the message to your Father in heaven that you got certain things figured out, so you don't need God to figure those out. Mm. Mm. God, do whatever it takes to free me from my love for this world, to crucify my love of comfort. God, break me. I'm going to get coffee on that one. It's Friday night. I got hot coffee. I got children out there baking cakes and cupcakes and bucking around. So they got a long weekend. So it's auntie duty. But auntie's doing her feet. Auntie doing her nails. Auntie doing her hair. Auntie doing her brows. Auntie going to be doing a whole bunch to take care of herself the rest of the weekend. But we will be live. I will come back live and show you guys. I'm making the custom made jackets. We only have about 6 left. So if you want one, please let me know. Because if you want me to add more bling to it, you have to tell me so I can add more bling. Hi, Mama Shay. Welcome in. If you were waiting for the 24th of 12-week program, it's still available. I can just drop you the link. Let me know. All you got to do is message me and say, let me get that link. If you enjoy these readings, come back every night. I do them every night. And as you can see, right now we're focused on praying to God to break us. We are literally praying to God to break the bondage to food noise, to dieting, to weight loss, to all of that discombobulated, addictive, obsessive, compulsive, chronic urges. Break them. Break them all. Renew every experience in us. So that everything I think I know about dieting, nutrition, weight loss, and wellness, God, give me a new experience. That I can come from a new place. Give me a new experience so that I can come from a new places. Let me forgive every version of myself that's gained weight and lost weight over and over. Let me walk in forgiveness so that I can be in more of a receipt mode of the new version of who you're going to bless me with. Father God, thank you. Thank you for revelation, for showing me that I made God my food, that I made food my God. Thank you for the revelation, for giving me the guidance to see what I could not see before right now. Thank you for the revelation of showing me that maybe food was more than just my PCOS. Thank you for the revelation that those urges aren't just from my thyroid. Thank you for the revelation that food is a brain-based disease, and I recognize that my behavior plays a role in how far the urges can go. So yes, I may have a PCOS craving, but the only way that craving can turn into pounds is if I put some food in my mouth repeatedly, obsessively, compulsively. Then there comes weight. The weight doesn't come the first time I eat about the craving. The weight doesn't come the second time I eat about the craving. The weight doesn't show up the third time I eat about the craving. The weight shows up after years and years of me emotionally restricting, binging, and following into the food noise, the urges to chew, to relax, to calm and soothe. See, I didn't wake up at PCOS and then get big. I had PCOS, which caused some symptoms. And from those symptoms, they caused urges. And from those urges and cravings, I began to eat. But my PCOS did not cause me to gain weight. It gave me the symptoms, which gave me the urges, and my behavior of eating things that were not good for my body is what led to the weight. You see the difference in that path? So now I'm accepting full responsibility for my actions. I'm not delusional. I'm allowing myself to rest on my laurels. Because if I don't speak my truth, which is my behavior, is how I guess that's me, baby. If I don't speak my truth, y'all, and say my behavior is how I got here, then I can never honestly get from where I'm at because I haven't stood in the full truth. It's like telling a blind person they can actually see when you know they can't see. They know they can't see. You understand what I'm saying? So at the first base level of what I'm doing, I have to believe and know that I am in control. See, a lot of y'all holler, I need help. I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. You don't want to do it. You don't need help. You don't need help. You don't. You don't. Because if you wanted to braid your own hair, you would watch 50,000 YouTube videos and figure it out and get your hair braided. If your child came home and said they did something to your child at school, you called all the way up to the state senator, go sit at the White House, sleep in your car overnight to be the first seen at your senator's office, but somebody tell you to get up and quit making excuses because your knees hurt and get your mind right. You will swear up and down how your PCOS, your bad knees, your bad back, and your inflammation and your thyroid is messing your life up. But it ain't messing your life up when you bent over clapping your booty cheeks to trends on TikTok. So find a way, make a way. I'm doing wonderful, Yvette. So find a way, make a way. We ask God to take the experiences away so that we can no longer stand on the excuses or the reasons that our mind has justified before. Right? So listen, y'all know that when people follow me, I follow them back on the app, right? So a lot of the people that I follow back, they're actually my clients. So what happened was I have a lot of clients who, when they first come to me, they tell me they're not mobile. And I'm like, oh, okay, no worries. I started out paralyzed in a hospital bed, no big deal. I wasn't immobile, no problem. That's where I'm a beast at. I'm best with people who are bedridden because that's where I started. I started out bedridden, right? So they say to me, Coach, I can't move, I can't do that. And I say, oh, can you get out of the bed? They was like, yeah, I can take myself to the bathroom. So you don't use a bedpan? Oh, no. I can get up and shower and I can walk into the bathroom, but I just can't walk far. Thank you, Yvette. But you can walk, though. Yeah, I can walk. I just can't walk far. Listen to what you just said. You started off this conversation and you said to me, Coach, I can't lose weight because I can't go to the gym. First of all, stop being delusional. Going to the gym is not the only way. There was not gyms always, okay? So stop thinking that the only way you can lose weight is if you go to the gym. Oh, Yvette, I actually need to take there's product on them to darken them. You'll think your mind will have you thinking, oh, I can't do that because of this. But when you think about it, you can do it with the right desire behind it. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Hear me out. If I'm immobile and my daughter's graduating from high school and she's in the 11th grade right now, and I know that I can't walk that far, but I want to go to my daughter's graduation, shouldn't I start work right now getting up and building my stamina to make sure I can get to my daughter's graduation, instead of just talking about how I can't get to my daughter's graduation, how I can't get nowhere. How about me starting to do the things that get me out of the bed? But what happens is we acknowledge that we're stuck. I was immobile, right? We acknowledge that we stuck. But what doesn't happen, we acknowledge all the things we'll know all our diseases, every disorder, everything wrong with us. But that's not making you put the fork down, because those diseases aren't why you're staying big. I said it because I have them. I have the same diseases I have. We got the same diseases. We're not two different people. That's me. And the same 23 diagnoses that I had in that photo is the same 23 diagnoses that are on my chart when I go to the doctor to this day. The difference is this is me living to death on this photo. That's me living to death. And the person in this chair is living to life. This is sick care. This is well care. This is what it looks like when you're pumping metformin, hydrochlorothiazide, atrovastatin, furosemide, HT. That's what this is. That's what that is. That's any and every common medication that they give to brown people. That's what this photo is. That's what that is. What you see in front of you is a woman who stopped allowing people with a white coat on and a few letters behind their name just write her script for anything. That's what you see in front of you now. You see a woman that's willing to go investigate her own body before trusting somebody else with it. That's what you see in front of you now. You see a woman who asks questions instead of just taking stuff from people. See, I no longer go sit in the doctor's office and complain about what's not happening. I need to know the plan. You understand what I'm saying? Because your plan can't be for me to be on medication for the rest of my life for a disease you said was supposed to be maintained. So which side are we on? Pick a side, Satan. Pick a side. You see, so that's the difference in me. I'm not willing to spend the rest of my life on blood pressure medicine. So I'm going to do what it takes for me not to have hypertension. I don't care what the doctor says. I don't care if my mama, her mama's mamas, her mama's mamas, her mama's mamas, her mama's mamas, her mama's mamas. I don't give a hot if all of them have hypertension. I will not be the statistic because it's not genetic. So I don't care if grandma cook with whatever she cook with. I ain't cooking with that. I don't care. Because I'm not going to voluntarily walk my way into diabetes, hypertension, and congestive heart failure over no fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and damn ham hocks. I'm sorry. I love my culture. I am very much black, but I'm not going to black my ass into the grave over a meal. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm very sick every day. What can I do? Elaine, you need a prep coach. Elaine, you need to call your doctor immediately. See, this is these doctors giving people scripts and not giving them no care. Love bug, you need your body is super sensitive to the injection, right? So the reason why you're getting a lot of symptoms is because certain people that take it, there's a small population that have to do pre-prep, 24 hours and 72 hours, right? It's like a process, stuff you put in your stomach to coat it, to block certain side effects from the medication. You support the stomach, the cortisol, the ecosystem, like your body's ecosystem. You need to support it. The reason why you're having so many symptoms is because when you tell the doctor you're having symptoms, they probably just increase the injection instead of trying to figure out how to control the symptoms, especially because GLP-1s can be a maintained your microbiome. Just especially because the GLP-1 is something you can use for maintenance. You want to automatically have a prep protocol, a pre-protocol. Prep means the day before. Pre-protocol means 20 minutes before, and a post-protocol. So your doctor looks at all your situations, all your symptoms, all your biliary issues, everything you had going on before. And if you're part of the iRise community, we then take all that information and it's sent over to myself and our nutritionist and all of our fitness. It's a group of us. And from there, we create a protocol that you follow to avoid and lessen any symptoms so that you can take the injection while training the body to actually still be effectively able to signal its metabolism. That's what many people aren't learning, right? People are excited that they're losing weight by not eating, but the only way to retrain your metabolism is to actually eat. So people have kind of tarnished and damaged the way this drug actually works. Yvette, if you want to get started, and my Dr. B and I can help you. What happens is people have suffered so bad, like myself, from obesity for so long that when the GLP came along and people noticed that it made your food noise quieter and things like that, people begin to do things to accelerate the results. But the problem is that's not training the body to do anything. So a lot of people, although they love certain, especially on this app, you hear people say, oh, I love the place that starts with the F and I love the place that starts with the A. But coming from someone who actually has had the privilege of looking at some of these companies, I know that they don't offer what we offer because they don't have the capacity to. And because some physicians feel like it's your responsibility. There are names of companies that provide medications, baby. Okay, I'm about to give it to you. So, unfortunately, some companies, some doctors feel like if you have the medication, okay, then it's your responsibility to get the resources necessary to not have symptoms to maintain your weight loss. But what we try to explain at iRise after losing 479 pounds naturally and keeping it off for 11 years, I know that that's a bunch of bullshit. You can't expect people to just wake up one day and have all the daggone knowledge that they did not have before you gave them the script 5 minutes ago. That's dumb to that. You got all these degrees. You went to school for 50,000 years and you literally lack empathy, insight, and understanding for this brain-based disease. Like, if I've had the surgery and I'm on the injection, and in neither one of those did I know how to properly eat. You think because you gave me a script for an injection, I'm suddenly going to know how to eat better, prepare my food, make sure I'm getting proper portion control and moderation, but I never had that before. So I'm just going to suddenly inject myself and then I have all the knowledge necessary to be successful for the rest of my life. Where? When they going to teach you? So you got to go out and learn it yourself, right? So you give them all the money for the medicine, but you don't get none of the stuff that's actually going to teach your body to do what it needs to do. It is unnatural to suppress your hunger center. Do you understand? It's actually unnatural. It's not natural that your body does not tell you you're hungry. I'm going to tell you how unnatural it is. Just think for a second. Just rewind your mind for a second. Imagine a baby that has no hunger center, sillies. Think about it. You're so fixated on the scale moving that you're not realizing that you're destroying your freaking metabolic makeup by not putting in the effort. You're supposed to be using the shot and doing the work. But that's not what's happening. All people are saying is get the shot, take protein and fiber. That doesn't teach your body shit. So at what point are you going to do any type of food training, refeeding, chewing, post-chewing training or anything? When you doing all that? When you going to teach the metabolism that it's normal to wake up in the morning and to actually want food first thing in the morning to eat, and then several hours later eat, and then several hours later eat? When you plan on putting that work in? What you going to wait till you get down to 160 and then what learn? Well, baby, you going to learn your way but right on back up to 450. Because you got to learn it while you're doing it. You actually have to be practicing it while you're doing it. So you're not just taking the injection and excited that you only eat 1 meal a day. Stop it. You sound absolutely insane. Some of y'all need to call CPS and APS on your damn self for sitting around here eating 1 meal a day, a piece of chicken and some broccoli. And because you're down 100 pounds, you think that's cute to share with the world. It's not cute. Because what are you going to do next? So how much did you lose? I've lost 479 pounds naturally 11 years ago. So what's our plan? So let's have a plan. Stop letting people just give you stuff with no plan. Say, what's our plan? It is okay for you to be active and say, okay, Doc, I see what you're saying. So what's the plan? Like, ask, be curious, be like, so okay, so I first to put in my body, Sherry, that's okay. Some people don't have to. So you don't have to put nothing in your body, baby. It's a choice. But as I tell all the people that say they're afraid to put it in your body, when you're afraid to put the GLP-1 in your body, have that same fear when you're going through drive-throughs and eating fast food and eating out, eating food that you didn't prepare, that you didn't grow, and that you didn't cook. Have that same intensity. That's what I tell people. That's what I tell people, right? I've been drinking protein shakes for 11 years. I've kept off the weight for 11 years. And when I first started, I had people tell me how they would never drink their food. The same 6 people that told me they would never drink their food are 300 and 400 pounds lighter, and they drink their food today. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Never judge. I never judge. It's okay. A lot of people are afraid of it. A lot of people are afraid of it. But like I always say, have the same energy though. Have the same energy for anything. Because if you take in metformin, some of the chemicals in the GLP-1 are in metformin. If you're taking HTC cholesterol, those all actually cause death and have horrible side effects, the same side effects as a GLP-1, but y'all taking those with no problems. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know 11 of the medications that were given actually have the same exact symptoms and side effects as the GLP-1? But yet those 11 medicines people take with no problem. But you say GLP-1 and everybody lose their mind. But it's so interesting how everybody lose their mind over GLP-1, but everybody thinks having a surgery cutting open your stomach is just as good. Like, so it's okay. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. I think if you want to lose weight, it's natural. No one wants to judge you. I think if you want to use weight using a GLP-1, then people need to mind your own business. I think if you want to get 1 surgery, 2 surgeries, 30 surgeries, if that's what you feel you need for your weight loss journey, then it's nobody's business. You got to do what you feel like you need to do. Miss Sherry, that's how I honestly feel. I literally was in my deathbed. I had 30 days to live, was about to die. I was on 63 medications, 3 heart attacks, 3 strokes, paralyzed from the weight down, 29 blood clots. I've been resuscitated 9 times. I've been paralyzed twice. When I started my weight loss journey, I could not work out. I could not go to the gym. I could not diet. I could not restrict. I did not do any of those things. I lost 479 pounds counting nobody's calories. I did not cut out stuff like that. I did not diet. I went to nutritional cleansing and portion control. That's all I did. Nutritional cleansing and portion control. For my movement, I was paralyzed. I used resistance bands and a vibration plate. The biggest thing we did is, as a retired professional counselor of over 27 years, it's going on 27 years, I think I've been in the industry. All these years, I took my actual education and degrees. I have multiple, and I now apply those to weight loss and wellness, and I've been doing that for 10 years. We started in 2016. We've helped over 15,000 people in 14 different countries. Our biggest weight loss story is a woman who's lost 389 pounds, and she's now kept that weight off for 8 years. Our lowest weight loss is 27 pounds, and she's kept that weight off for 7 years. The 20 pounds hasn't came back. I just started metformin to start. Oh, some doctors put people on metformin when they're pre-diabetic or they're struggling with their weight, because you can use it for both. You can use metformin for other things. Always remember, medications actually have more than one use. So some people actually take the GLP-1 because they have really bad side effects for menopause, and it actually helps with menopause. It also lessens reoccurrences of certain cancers, and particularly brown women. So some people have been started on the GLP-1 for menopausal issues, heart issues related to the reoccurrences, to avoid reoccurrences of cancer. There's actually research from Harvard and Stanford showing the effectiveness of the medications in other areas for women who originally wouldn't need it for weight loss, but they do need it to manage these other things, because they're showing that perimenopausal and GLP-1s actually work really well and help people have better control over their symptoms. And there's math and science and all that good stuff behind it. Yeah. So I think that everybody needs to do what they need to do. But I think the number one key, no matter what you do, is being knowledgeable. That's the thing, because everything is not for everybody. It actually a GLP-1 is a glucagon-like peptide, and our body actually makes peptides already. So the GLP is like a synthetic version of it. So what it does is it goes in and it overproduces these peptides to help balance out areas of the body that may not be otherwise functioning. So because the GLP-1 works with the hormones and the releasing and breaking down of the hormones in the body, it actually is sending information to the brain about your hormones, right? So it's balancing, it's providing kind of a gap. Um, it's providing a gap between your lessened peptides and providing the gap of the hormonal imbalance in the hormones. That's the best way to just look. I have our training up. I'm in a training for it. I almost was gonna say, look, let me show you the video. What did you? What did I did again? Oh, I use nutritional cleansing, vibration plate resistance bands, and behavior modification. And all those techniques that I use, the tapping, the breathing, for the chewing, the food noise, all those clinical techniques are actually on my YouTube. I'm a retired professional counselor and clinical coordinator. So I provide you guys all of that stuff for free on my YouTube. So you can learn the techniques of where the tap for what craving. I just released another 7-day series on weight loss meditation to teach you how to meditate when the food noise is real loud to calm the anxiousness down in the body. It's on my YouTube. Just go over there and grab it. Behavior modification. Behavior modification is what's used for individuals who struggle with obesity that have learned that they have an addictive behavior to chewing, the grooming, emaciation, satiation, which is sensation. So we actually coach women who have weight issues, but the weight issues are brain based and body based. Meaning we recognize obesity as two forms of a condition, not just one form, but two. We recognize, so that's why my company is out. It can take FSA funds. My doctor I work, her name is Dr. Christina B out of Texas. We believe that weight loss is based in the brain and the body, that although the body can give you symptoms to trigger and cause the cravings that make you eat, the actual behavior and act of eating is hand to mouth. So we call and break this. Y'all realize that, right? That no matter what condition you're in, food cannot get inside your body without your hand. You do know that, right? Because some of us are walking around a little bit delusional, and that's why we keep yo-yoing, because we struggle in the part of self-responsibility and self-recognition. So you have to get to the core of outside of all those things that may actually be going on with you health-wise, mentally, depression, anxiety, PCOS, endometriosis, hypocytosis, all of those are real. And all of the symptoms of cravings, hormone irregularity, slow metabolism, insulin resistance, those are all real as well. Here's the trick. Even though all of those messages to your brain and body are real, the only way, okay, I'm going to be very vivid tonight, okay? The only way this cracker, now remember I've had all those diagnoses I just mentioned. The only way this cracker, yet unless you know something different, this is now where I want you to tell me, because you know a God that I don't know. But this cracker in this wrapper is not going to walk out of this wrapper into my mouth without me. Do you understand what I just said? If you are looking to get started, get more information, or book a free consultation, here's what you do, because I keep seeing y'all ask me. Let me show y'all. Because some of the ladies already booked their consultations for Tuesday. I have a ton of consultations open. Message me if you want the link to get started, like what you hear. Join my group program. It's 6 months of support doing exactly what I'm doing. But I keep saying y'all ask me. Let me get y'all together. Let me get y'all this, because if I don't give it right now, you're not going to get it. All right, you're going to go to my little photo thing, all right? You're going to go find me. And I don't know how you're going to find me, because sometimes I can't find me, but find me. All right, and what I mean by find me, you're going to go up to this top part right here, go on into this live thing. You're going to go to this top part here if you on this ticket to the talk, okay? That's the first thing. Then when you hit my little circle going to come up. And then right under where it says backup page, this is my backup page. I have several 100,000 followers all around the place, but my other page got about 60,000 followers. But never I digress. Just stay focused with me right here one more time. Just hold on like Donkey Kong going strong. Right under there where it says weight loss guru mindset matters, it says, what if I rise? You're going to go on right there. And when you get on right there, what's going to happen is you're going to see these 3 buttons. And one of them buttons is going to say book an appointment. The second one's going to say coach's favorite things. And the third one's going to say learn about the enhanced level up program, which is the GLP-1 information I just gave you. It introduces you to our doctor, her medical team, and everything that we do. There's about 12 of us. We work together. So if you're someone who struggles with compliance, my program won't work for you because we work with our people 7 days a week. Yeah, that's what you heard me. Okay. So you're going to go to there. And when you put that in your search bar, it's going to take you to where, and you can get in. It's a free consultation. It don't cost you a dime to find out more about what you need to do to get where you need to be. That's free, baby. I wouldn't charge you for that. Okay? To find out what you need. And if you've been following me around, you know my magic and you know what I do, then you go on and just drop in that comment. Drop in the inbox. Say, Coach, give me that link so I can get started for less than $100 so I can work with you for the next 6 months. Save me some coins instead of ripping and running these streets. You get a 12-week meal plan, a 5-week workout program, a 5-week meditation program. You get access to daily coaching sessions 4 days a week with your girl, Coach Kenya, where we meditate, work out, pray, and do the things. So we also cook live and work out live together, okay? So what you signing up for is not just another ebook, baby. You sign all those things. Plus, you do have to join me on Zoom 4 days a week. That's Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday. We meet 4 days a week, an hour to an hour and a half, and we do that thing like a chicken wing. So when I say accountability, I mean real accountability. When I say class, I mean real class. When I say show, you have to check in and log into your member portal and get access to your daily lessons that I talk and teach about on a regular basis so that you can get the knowledge that's inside of my brain, be inside of your brain. So I've created you a whole entire weight loss university and a secret weight loss diary so that you can not only learn everything you need to know about addictions, refeedings, emaciation, portion control, pantry items, high protein based things, protein pacing, refeeding, fasting. All of that. We talk about calories, vitamins, minerals, what women need, what men need, how much you need. We talk about the percentages of fat and carbs. We teach you how to eat portion control by your hand so you don't got to track it in the app. But our goal is to supply you over the next 6 months to a year for less than $100 with the support you need so you can stop the cycle. The program is typically about $2,500 because people do stay in the program for a whole year. We do not kick you out. You just be in there kicking it. Okay, I don't know if any of the ladies here. I've been coaching for 11 years. I don't know how long. I have 60,000 followers on it's just my backup page. My Facebook has, I think, 4,000 or 5,000. My Instagram has 7,000. I've spoken in 14 countries. I've been on 11 stages in 12 magazines, 5 TV shows. I have 1 best-selling book. What else? I'm featured in People Magazine. I've been on Fox News, ABC, NBC. I've been interviewed for 7 Apple Podcasts. Actually, you can actually search my name in Apple Podcasts and my interviews come up. I've been around a long time. You actually can just Google my name and everything all the way back to my very first video on YouTube in 2016. May 2016 will pop up. That's how long I've been sharing my story alive. Yeah. Some of the ladies that I've been coaching, I've actually been coaching them since 2015. They're still with me to this day. Sometimes they're in the live. Terry, Karen, Sylvia, those ladies that come in the live, they've actually are my coaching clients, and they have been with me and my company this entire time as a paying client. Yes, we are a lifestyle coaching firm, so we actually teach people how to live different around food. So it's not a diet program. It's not. My services are actually suggested, wanted, and doctors actually tell my clients, keep doing whatever you're doing. Because we look at the whole body. We're looking at everything you're doing. We're not just looking at your food. We're looking at stress levels, environments, safety, all of that. because all of those things matter, you guys. You know, one thing that always breaks my heart is a woman is in an unsafe environment that wants to lose weight. But what we don't understand is that when you're living in an environment that's not safe, you can't focus on weight loss because your safety is priority. Thank you, Shorty Girl. So the first thing we do is we educate women. Yeah, Gigi, autoimmune and hepatitis love bug doesn't stop you from being healthy. You can live with those diseases. You just live with them. You just live with them instead of suffering with them. Like you guys, I still have a port. You guys, I'm covered in bruises right now because I have a clotting disorder and I fell and my body's covered in bruises. I still have the same diseases. I'm not sickly. I'm not in sick care. I'm in well care. You know, the difference is I'm not taking 63 pills a day to maintain 7 diseases that I take 0 pills. 0. I'm talking about, but there are detox teas and things I drink throughout the day to manage my symptoms because my back is broken 12 places. So I do liquefy white willow and drink white willow in the morning. And my Ionic Supreme, I take detox tea to help with the visceral fat cells and to keep my body constantly in churn mode. So there's some things I have studied. I love your journey. It's been hard, naturally down 68, but it took me 4 years starting GLP. Congratulations on your journey for the GLP-1. It's okay, Toby. Listen, some people have done everything the right way because that's how my clients actually get to the GLP-1. They're just like you. They've been doing everything the right way, but the mindset wasn't there. So when we added in the GLP-1 and the therapeutic behavior modification, the weight is falling off. When I was mentioning on Wednesday, one of my clients had been trying to get to 170 for 2 years before I ever met her. That was her goal. And the other day we was on her session and she nonchalantly gonna say, you got a coach. I'm 167. That's just how you gonna tell me? All these years, man, you don't argue about that number. I be fussing her. Stop talking about that number. I be fussing at her. I said, so all the arguments and all the fuss me and you done had about that number, you reached the number and then you didn't tell me. Thank you, Toby. Then you ain't gonna tell me. Thank you for the follow. Well, I believe in the GLP-1. I just don't believe in it when it doesn't have any behavior modification, coaching, therapeutic techniques, or counseling with it. I believe that if you're not teaching people how to activate their metabolism, learn about the metabolic rate, eat the proper foods, teach them protein pacing, proper intermittent fasting, the triggers of food noise, breaking down behavioral techniques that lead to overeating, addressing binging and purging desires, cravings, grooming setups. I believe if you don't do any of that, I believe that it's just another shot and that the weight will come back. Yep, Toby, boom. I'm seeing a nutrition and I'm in therapy. And there you have it. You need both. You need all of it. You need all of it, you guys. I know. I can't afford all that. You need to. You got to. You need to. I think I missed you get the information for the 6-month program. Kendra, baby, let me help you get to it. Do you want me to send you the link? So we had I reached out to 11 ladies. Of those 11 ladies, we had 4 ladies take slots. Remember, there's 15 slots. So there are still a few slots left, but I don't think there's many. Therapy for Life. Girl, yes, it's Therapy for Life. Yes, our company actually is registered as a non-medical health center, so we do take FSA and HSA funds. Sometimes, depending on your medical situation, our doctor also even provides a letter of medical necessity. But as long as you have a letter of medical necessity from your primary physician and it lists iRise as the nutritional company and coach that you're going to be working with, then we can do that. Because of what my doctor does, she's been doing metabolic weight loss for, thank you, Toby, for 25 years. We actually have access to pharmaceutical level based nutrition, fiber, the medical based supplements that sometimes you need when you're on the GLP to help with muscle retention and things like that. So my company and I are really looking at providing a full service center where you can get what you need. As you know, I lost weight through nutritional cleansing, which is a supplement system. So I've been using that for 11 years. I stand by that. I believe in that. I don't care what other people think. I know what it's done for me. So you can't talk to me about something when I know what I've been through, right? I keep it simple, sweetie. That's my motto is KISS. Where can I find out more information about you? Dory. Oh, let me do it. Dory, you're going to click my little circle. You're going to click my circle, circle, circle. Click my circle, click my circle. Click it, click it, click it. And then when you click, it's going to look like this, baby. Okay. So if you're on social media, you're going to go to that what if I rise dot, you know what, right? And that picture right there, there's a little address right under that picture right there. You're just going to copy and paste that right in your browser. And you're going to book your free consultation. Or if you want to claim one of those $99 spots for the 6 months, that's all. You'll love it. It would be nobody's ever regretted because it's kind of a lot of support. So what happens, I'll tell you the truth. My company's been around a long time, so we're not a TikTok or Instagram-based business. We're actually a real-life company. I have an office here. I have an office in New Jersey. I have an office at my sister's house in New Jersey, and I have clients in Arizona. I actually am in the West Coast. Some people actually block my company because we're very hands-on. So what happens is they'll sign up, and they realize, wait a minute, these people are actually texting me every other day, asking me questions, checking on me, asking me about, we do. So you have to wrap your mind around what you're actually signing up and registering for. It is not an email with just a link, okay? You actually attend class at your leisure. That's why you have 4 different days that you can do it. We have a 24-hour chat on WhatsApp that people talk all the time in there. So you end up having a full support community. We are small, but we are mighty, and we don't play. Okay? We are for older, distinguished women and men. Okay? Everybody in our program is grown, real grown. Kids is grown. Okay? The structure of the program is based to provide you with the education like you're going to a nutritionist, the fitness training like you got a trainer, the mindset coaching like you got a therapist, and then we have a doctor on staff who's licensed in all 50 states to provide GLP-1s, medical care oversight, labs, functional hormonal functioning testing, etc. That's how we're set up. We brought them on board. It's actually been 7 months now that we brought Dr. B and her staff on board. So you're going to go to that little circle. You're going to go to What If I Rise. Then if you're ready to go and you want, these are 2 different programs. So the one program is going to be called the Enhanced Program. There's going to be a button at this link right here, and it's going to say Enhanced GLP-1. You're going to click that, and you're going to get all the doctors, going to get our license number, my information, everything you need to feel comfortable. Yes, we are 503. Yes, checkmate. Do we do purity tests? Yes. Does a doctor check in weekly with you? The doctor, yes. If you say you have a symptom, can you call the doctor and us? Yes. It's none of that. I'm out here by myself. I'm having symptoms. The doctor didn't tell me what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. What should I be doing next? All of that's gone. We don't do that. Because what happened was I lost weight naturally. But for 2 years, the last 2 years, I've had over 100 different women come to me who were utilizing the GLP-1, but they had no coaching, no therapeutic mindset. Nobody was helping them with their addiction to chewing or emaciation or the cravings and urges that still were there even though they had the GLP-1. No one was training their metabolism to cut back on. No one was giving any type of refeeding or basing. You know, when you starved your body to lose weight, you actually have to refeed it at a certain rate so you don't gain the weight back. You can't just go back to eating everything. It's not how it works. The GLP is the same. It's all systematically and scientifically driven. The research studies on the GLP-1 were done over 72 weeks. So first thing is stop thinking you're going to lose 100 pounds in 2 days. The study wasn't 2 days long. The study was 72 weeks long. So know that you need at least a year to 24 months on the GLP-1 in order to reach the 15 to 25% of the weight you've lost. That's what the research says. Yes, that's me in the picture, Bianca. That's the first thing, okay? That's natural weight loss knowledge, okay? When you're trying to lose a percentage of your body fat, you don't base it on the amount of numbers. You base it on the amount of activity that touches on the metabolism that increases the actual hormonal output to properly break down food and send the right messaging to the brain at the right times. And you focus on fueling the body consistently throughout the day, not not one time. You want to focus on fueling it consistently throughout the day. Okay? You got me? You follow me? You can Google it, Faith. Go Google me, baby. Just go Google it. Yes. Yes, that's me in the photo New Gam. Just Google me, baby. I've been around 11 years. I'm not new to this, Mom. I'm true to this. I don't need to bleach my skin. I'm light skinned. My mom is light skinned with freckles, so I wouldn't need to bleach my skin, boo. But thank you for the compliment, though. God bless you. Do you bleach your skin? Because I'm naturally light skinned, so I don't need to force myself to be lighter. That's me, and both of them are me. I'm on my deathbed. That's why I don't have any color, because I'm actually in hospice. If you look close to the picture, you'll see that there's a port coming out of my neck there. I've actually about to die there. I was given 30 days to live. I was planning my funeral. That's why there's no color in my face. Because I was on palliative care, where they give you they have the pain pump in your hip, where they keep you medicated till you go to sleep and die. So that's what I was doing in that picture. So that's why the colors are different. I'm dying there. I'm living here. But I do understand that many people struggle with their faith walk. So it would be impossible for them to understand the power of God. So I get that. It's okay, baby. I understand some people don't have the relationship with God that they think they have. Yeah. That's all, baby. That's all, baby. Some people don't have that, and that's okay. If you don't know God, I understand it. You do use your cup, baby. You've never seen anybody die then. Okay, well, God bless you. Whatever you think is right, okay? Whatever you think is right. You right, girl. Whatever you say. How old are you? I'm 35 in that picture. I'm 47 now. This is 11 years ago. 11 years ago. Faith, it's okay. Girl, Faith, I'm Faithy, or however you say your name, baby. I'm real chill. You not bothering me. You don't have to believe. I didn't ask you to believe. I never said you had to believe me. It's okay. Many people don't. The only person that has to believe is me, because it's not your story. So I don't need you to believe my story, baby. I think that's one of the things that people struggle with, is that I think sometimes people think that we need you to believe something. I don't. I was 35 years old with a daughter and 4 grandchildren that I was about to leave on this earth from dying. So I don't have to have anyone believe or think it's me. That's not why I'm on here. I'm on here for the people that need the knowledge and information so they can get free from obesity, so that they don't end up in hospice, my love. So all the other stuff is just a bunch of noise for me. Yeah. Because if you notice, I'm not asking y'all to hit the like button. I'm not asking y'all to drop gifts. If you notice, that's not what it's about for me. Huh? That's how serious it is over here, because I was actually on my deathbed. If you look in the photo, it's a hospital room behind it. And maybe you're visually challenged, because I know sometimes people be on the app and they're using audio. So I understand that as well. How did you get from there to here? Oh, nutritional cleansing cake. What did I do? Nutritional cleansing. 2 protein shakes a day, 2 meals, 3 snacks. 3, 2, 1. I've been doing the same thing for 11 years. Cynthia, Habu. NT. Mashara, welcome in. How are you doing, Cynthia? Thank you. You have a good night too, JB. You have a good night too, beautiful or handsome. It could be a boy, it could be a girl. So I want to say, I don't want to miss not accurately salutate you, my love. I'm doing wonderful. I took a little tumble down the step, but I'm better now. Go ahead, NT. I'm better now. Miracle. Yes, it was a miracle. It wasn't me doing it. God did it. When I be telling y'all God did it, not me, I'll be for real. I didn't want to live. Yes, I have Facebook, JR. That same photo on Facebook is me. Those 2 pages on Facebook and all those people that are repost my page, that's the company I'm a part of. All those photos are me. Sometimes there's a doctor on here. Actually, I'm gonna tell y'all how much validity I got. Let me give you a little something. Let me help y'all out. It's a couple hundred of y'all in here. Let me help y'all out real quick. There's actually a doctor here with millions of followers, and my photo is on his page. You know why? He's one of the doctors that created the nutritional cleansing that I use. I'm the only one in the history of their company that's lost 479 pounds and kept it off for 11 years. That's why. That's how valid I am. That's how legit that's how legit. How do you mentally take care of not fixating on the body? Oh, I go to therapy for BDD, baby. Remember I have it. Remember I've been having it since I was a little girl. We talked a little bit about that a couple. Oh, you might want to be here. And see, I have a little mental health issue around what my body sees. So sometimes what I see in the mirror doesn't match what I see on my body. So because they don't match sometimes, and it's inside of my head, it's not in my body, I had to get help with that. I'm asking because I find that those pre-made protein shakes have a lot of hidden sugars. I don't take my protein shake isn't pre-made. And the type of sugars are important. Yeah, my protein doesn't come from a store. I use a wellness grocery store for the last 11 years. Like it doesn't have any. I know a lot of you guys drink the store bought ones, but those shakes all have soy isolate in there. I don't do anything with soy isolate because it causes it gives me migraine headaches, blurry vision, and cakey tongue. So I don't do anything that any protein bars protein bars, cookies, and chip typically have soy isolate in it. And basically what that is where they've taken and removed all the micro and macronutrients from the actual protein. So while it says you have protein in there, the protein actually doesn't have the absorbable nutrition that you need in it from it. So I try to avoid those things. But I eat regular stuff. So back to the cracker. Remember that cracker? And remember, I was telling y'all I have all the diseases. So I'm gonna walk you down everything I had. I've had 3 heart attacks. I've had 3 strokes. I've been paralyzed a total of 2 times, but actually 3 because the first stroke I was paralyzed twice from that. I've had poop bag, pee bag, kidney failure, congestive heart failure. I've been septic. I've been in a coma 9 times. My heart has actually stopped beating and required me to be resuscitated with the machine 9 times. Amongst many other things, I spent several weeks in comas where they thought I was going to die. They called in my family. They went forth to basically decide if they was going to keep me off life support or not multiple times. They say I have everybody and their cousin disease. I got everything from hypothyroidism, Crohn's disease, a tumor in my throat, congestive heart failure, diabetes, anemia, lupus, antiphosphorus lupus, PCOS, endometriosis, cystic fibrosis. Baby, when I tell you I've had everything you can think of. But in none of those diseases, here's what I'm about to tell you guys. In none of those diseases. And I want y'all to blow the chat up I want y'all to blow this chat up if y'all get what I'm about to say next. In none of those diseases, you guys. You see these crackers? No matter how sick I got, no matter how many cravings I had, no matter how many flare-ups I had, at no point, I need y'all to tap the like button if you're with me. Okay? So we agreed that you can have all the diseases. We agree that you can have all the cravings. We agree that you can have all the symptoms. Are we in agreement? Tap it up. Are we in agreement? We in agreement. Okay. We agree that. Now you gotta stop tapping when you stop agreeing. Y'all ready? When you no longer agree with what I say next, don't tap no more. So everybody tapping. I see y'all on YouTube. I see y'all face. Okay, everybody's tapping. Here we go. Polished. Are you ready? At no point, at no time during none of those diseases and crises that I was in, that these crackers, because these are my favorite crackers, come out of the wrapper by themselves and jump in my throat. At no time, never. Hold on. Keep tapping. Keep tapping. You got to keep tapping because I don't think none of y'all going to be able to untap. I don't think y'all going to be able to stop tapping. Hold on. Y'all got to verify the live. They be making you do too many responsibilities. Why can't I just talk to people and give them information? Jesus. At no time, you guys, I need you to understand why this is a behavior brain-based disease. No matter how much daggone food noise and cravings I have, keep on tapping. I didn't say stop tapping yet, daggone it. No matter, I don't care if they tell me I have 17 forms of cancer from the planet of Mars, and I gotta take 190,000 rounds of chemo at no point. And that's a scary disease. Okay, follow me. At no point, yeah, some of y'all know what I'm about to say, because some of y'all know where I'm going with this. Keep tapping, daggone it. Y'all know what I'm about to say about it. At no point is these crackers going to come up out of this package by themselves and put themselves in my mouth. At no point. I don't think y'all heard what I just said. Let's wind it up, because some of y'all delusional, and I'm trying to help y'all get free tonight. This is Freedom Friday, so we're going to get all the way free with it. We getting all the way free with it. At no point, I don't care. Then I know you're going to probably think, Coach, you being a little cold tonight, but I'm not being cold. I'm being realistic. I need you to hear what I just say. I don't care if you are grieving the loss of everything you have ever loved. At no point are these crackers going to jump out of the package and jump in your mouth. That is you. That is your responsibility. That is your hands. That is your reactions. That is your behavior. It is not PCOS. It's not endometriosis. It's not chemo. It's not the kids. It's not the man. It's not the loneliness. It's not the anxiety. It's not the job. It's not those. It is you. It's you every time. And until you can admit that, the cycle that you trying to break by calorie counting, restricting, surgery, and shooting it up, naturalizing it up, whatever you try to do until you get down to the core basis of how the food is getting into your throat and accept that responsibility. At its core, you're never going to be able to answer the question of, why can't I stay on a weight loss journey? I can do it good for 2 weeks, but after that, nothing. Why? No self-belief, no self-discipline, no willingness. You're confusing confidence with self-belief. Some of y'all don't even believe y'all have the capacity to lose weight, but yet you on a journey and you think all it's going to take is a flatter ass and a bigger ass and a flat stomach. That doesn't work for mindset. That works for your eye set. That doesn't work for your mindset. That's why you can lose 300 pounds and look in the mirror and look like you weigh 600. That's in your mind. Yeah, I've been at this. See, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've been doing this thing 11. When you was still your regular size and weight was an issue, I was already on a journey. Yeah, I was already on a journey. When you was pop locking and dropping it, swinging chandeliers and having mega knees, I was already on a weight loss journey. When you don't want to put me wanted to. This is bread. When you was Cardi B, this is bloody red. I was already on a journey. You know how old that song is, right? I was already here. You in my space technically. I was already here screaming brain based. I was already here screaming, when is somebody gonna talk about the behavior? I was already here screaming, does nobody realize that this thing is in your mind? I was already here screaming, something happens when I eat food in my brain, but nobody could talk to me about it. Nobody had enough knowledge about what I was talking about, because there's not a lot of therapists that have been 600 pounds, that almost ate themselves to death, that live to come back to share their story enough to inspire other people not to end up in the same place I ended up, which was planning my own funeral at 35 years old from obesity, eating myself to death. 200,000-300,000 calories a day. That wasn't my endometriosis. That wasn't my PCOS. PCOS never ordered McDonald's. My lupus never ordered no french fries. I've never seen my lupus eat chicken. I've seen me eat chicken, though. I do not care about y'all. They just gave me a restriction for talking about this topic when I got a whole license to talk about this topic. It's funny how you can be on this app and give medical advice and have absolutely no education. I'm walking around with tons of degrees, tons of certification, more than I can count on either one of my hands, and I get restricted. Man, y'all blow the chat up, the likes up right now, y'all. Go on and set it on fire in here. So I haven't asked y'all to hit no like buttons. Go on and set it on fire. Somebody done reported my live as unsafe. Why you go do that? It's literally people on this app that need help. That's stupid. It's literally people suffering from food, and you won't let me educate them on how to get help. You won't let me help them get because that cuts into your pocket of you selling your foolishness to them same people. That's why I'm still gonna keep doing it. Tap it up, y'all. The red should be going crazy. I need y'all to go crazy so we can get out of. We're restricted. So that's why the numbers went from 200 all the way down to 100 that quick. That quick. Somebody reported my live. It's unsafe. Wow. Why? Why is it unsafe? Why is it unsafe? Because you have to hear that it's a brain-based disease. So then all your fluff and everything you're selling people becomes fluff. Huh? If obesity is a biological based disease, then at what point are we going to acknowledge that biologically based diseases are driven in the brain? It's a whole lot of doctors talking about it, but I noticed that none of them ever cross over and get in depth about behavioral modification, CBT, existential. None of them never talk about none of that. They'll tell you to eat less and to rebuild a metabolism, but they don't actually give you the skills. There's techniques. They don't actually give you the skills to learn when the food noise happens. Right. I go, Doc, I'm losing weight, but I got food noise. He's going to tell you, well, try to work out more and stay busy. I'm going to tell you, first of all, take a journal and write down when the food noise is the loudest. A. Then write down what you're doing when it happens. B. C. Figure out what you go eat when it happens. Those three things are going to tell me where the food noise is coming from. If it's brain-based or body-based, then it's going to tell me if it's sad-based or happiness or stress or grief or loneliness based on what you're craving. But you have to actually have the knowledge and the expertise in that area in order to do that. But who am I? I'm just talking. I ain't talking about nothing. Then when you get those things figured out, then you have to provide the person with the proper therapeutic techniques that help calm their anxiousness, because food noise and cravings drive the body based on the level of anxiety it creates for discomfort. If you teach a person a strategy to calm down the discomfort when the anxiousness arises, then they're able to physiologically, mentally calm the food noise down, and they're less likely to then go pick up the cracker. Because remember, I'm picking up the cracker. So even if my hormones are going crazy and my thyroid is out of this world, and that's why I'm craving, okay, that's crazy. You guys, wow, it's crazy how they suppress me like that. Wow. And I don't want to start a live over. Wow. Dang. Yeah, they suppressed us down to 40 viewers. That's crazy. Anyway, those who are here are meant to be here. Let's keep going. So it even if the craving is present, the craving doesn't do the behavior. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even though I could probably eat this whole pack of crackers when I'm stressed out, the stress is the trigger. Even though I'm stress eating, the stress isn't what's eating, I am. So I have to, at the core basis of discovering what I need to correct my behavior, first and foremost, accept and understand that I am the culprit to my problem. I must, at the basis, realize and understand that I am the culprit to my problem. And when the culprit gets the proper skills to run one's army, then the attacks are less effective. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Was it good tonight? Was it good? I'm gonna hop off, go to prayer, and Yeah. Thank you so much for the gift, Cynthia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, they are messing with us, Queen. They definitely shut us all the way down to like nobody in the live. It's okay. It happens. I don't know how what we were talking about was unsafe when we were actually providing knowledge and education, but it's all right. It's all right. Manisha, hey boo, hey Y, thank you. Any last questions before we hop off, guys? Thank you guys so much for 23,000 likes. We'll take them. I think that's almost our highest, huh? Thank you, Polish. Polish, you got my message. I haven't checked TikTok messages today, but you guys know I'll look them tonight. Y'all know I'm a late girl. I'm a late night girl. I'm a late night girl. Y'all know I'll be over up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning working. I'll be still working. I apologize about that, but I do.